Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our CSL 10 a.m. Sunday meditation. Let's just take some deep breaths in, filling up not just our lungs, but into our belly. Breathing in and allow our body to release, our face to soften. Breathing out and releasing any tension. Breathing into our whole body. Feeling the wonderment of our body. And breathing out. Releasing, trusting, surrendering. Breathing in and feel our expansive breath as we consciously take in this gift of life and exhale in gratitude. This year's CSL theme is Living Everyday Wonder, and this month is about nature. This week is about the furry, fuzzy, the slimy, the scaly, and everyone else. We know that as we honor ourselves, practice self-love, compassion, and understanding, as we recognize that nature and all life is God, Spirit's life, we connect to the deepest, most meaningful, conscious awareness of our sacred holiness. This amazing earth planet and the sacred holiness of all life. Today's meditation is the Buddhist metta, loving kindness prayer. It is taken from the Heart Song Yoga website. This prayer is simple but profound. It starts by blessing oneself and gradually expands outward from there, eventually wishing good intentions for the entire world and all beings, even our enemies. Listen to the words and repeat them. If anyone or anything comes to mind, this is the way that we actively honor them. Breathe in. My heart fills with loving kindness. I love myself. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be peaceful. May I be free. May all beings in my vicinity be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my city be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my state be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my country be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings on my continent be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in my hemisphere be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings on planet Earth be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May my parents and my ancestors be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all my friends be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all my enemies be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. May all beings in the universe be happy. May they be well. May they be peaceful. May they be free. If I have hurt anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, in my thought, in my words, or in my deeds, I ask for loving forgiveness. If anyone has hurt me, knowingly or unknowingly, in thought, in word, in deed, I extend my forgiveness. May all beings everywhere, whether near or far, whether known to me or unknown, may they be happy. May we be well. May we be peaceful. May we be free. So right now, just settling in to these words, to these feelings, to these thoughts and emotions, to our intentions, to express our loving kindness for all life, for all beings, everywhere. As we understand and recognize that there's one power, and this infinite, creative, loving power and source gave existence to everything. All life is expressing God, Spirit's goodness. It is expressing through each one of us. When we align ourselves with these truths, we come to understand the deepest meaning of life, that we are all connected, that we are all one with this power. And when our intentions are centered on wellness, wholeness, peace, freedom, and well-being, we truly understand and recognize the loving presence that is within each one of us, that is expressing as wholeness, health, well-being, vitality, prosperity, abundance. We name it and we claim it, and it is ours. We name it and we claim it for others that may not claim it or know it. We speak our word. We speak our truth in loving kindness. And we give gratitude for this day. We give gratitude for all that we have called to mind. We give gratitude and we wish life, abundance, expression of health and well-being, of peace and love, knowing that that is what we are. That is what we came from. There is nothing else. So today we express it, we know it, we surrender into it. We give gratitude for knowing this. We give gratitude for this time, wholly for ourselves, for this sacred place and space that we are in, for this divine energy flow of love and life, of community. We are just so grateful. We are so full of gratitude. So I can release this prayer, I can release this treatment, I can release this meditation, knowing that all is well. I trust and I surrender into the goodness that is God expressing in each and every moment, naming and claiming itself through each and every person. It is good. It is so good. And so it is.
want to say thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Grateful. I'm so grateful. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friend. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This magical, this magical, this magical day. This magical, this magical, this magical day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Hey. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. I want to say thank you.
All right, I did all of that. And Reverend Ray is yelling, tell me, turn on your mic. I haven't. God morning. And welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore's virtual service. That's right, that's right. It's me, your host, Tracy Rhymes. Our speaker is our spiritual director, Reverend Dr. Raymont Anderson. Our musician is Sanahara Chandra. Serving as today's practitioner who led the pre-service meditation is Sue Monahan. Assisting with making this service open, inviting, and accessible to the deaf community are our sign language interpreters, Ashlee Goldman and Faith Moore. On behalf of Reverend Dr. Ray, thank you for your service. I want to say thank you. Okay, that's enough. At CSLGB, every Sunday is an invite a friend or family member Sunday. Make sure you spread the love and invite someone to service. We would love to have them hang out with us. Sue Monahan has been part of this teaching since 2004. She has been a practitioner since 2013. Sue believes that we are the point of power in our lives, that our essence is spiritual, and it is good. It is her desire to let Spirit reveal this wonderful truth through her. Sue is committed to CSLGB's vision that we are demonstrating a world that works for all. One life-affirming thought, word, feeling, deed, and one human interaction at a time. We all make a difference in other people's lives. May our light shine for all to see.
Good morning, CSL Greater Baltimore. Welcome. So just breathing in, we trust and surrender into this moment, knowing that that divine essence, that divine power created all life out of itself and called it good. We are the goodness of God's Spirit. We are the expansion of God. We are the way the universe expands. And we come together in community to celebrate, to know and recognize the God within all life. And it is good. So giving gratitude and thanks for this day, for this magnificent music and interpretation, for our host with the most, for the message from Reverend Raymont. I am so grateful to be here. It is all good, and so it is.
One tree. The Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore's community, honors the world's religions. One tree, many branches. One mountain, many paths. One world, many religions and spiritual traditions. With the lighting of these candles on the first Sunday of each month, we not only honor each person on their select path, but we also bless them and recognize the light, the love, and the life-affirming nature of spirit as it shows itself in each path, in each practice, and in each person.
All right, y'all can see me. All right. Woo! Some CSLGB news and events for you. Study, learn, and grow with the science of mind and spirit and Thursday night study group. Visit cslgreaterbaltimore.org to learn how to participate, enroll in the discovery class, and know what Reverend Dr. Ray is teaching in the largest CSL community and beyond. The Professional Practitioners course is a walking the walk practice facilitated by Reverend Dr. Ray and licensed practitioner of distinction, Eugene Holden. This 4-week course is for licensed practitioners, for those who desire to establish and or expand their professional practices with clients, and those who desire to deepen their personal practices. For more information, email Rev Ray and Eugene or visit our website. CSL Summer Movie Series has 11 movie lovers, speakers, and teachers who will present their interpretation of the spiritual message within a film they choose. Come with questions and curiosity. It will be a fun, insightful time for those who love movies and for those who want to understand a deeper spirituality alive in cinema. Proceeds benefit CSL's Camp Cedar Ridge. In honor of International Day of Peace, the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore is hosting a World Peace Party, and you are invited to participate. On Saturday, September 17th, noon to 7 p.m., with a rain date of September 24th, at Ruscombe Mansion Community Health Center in Baltimore, Maryland. For more information, contact Dana Cole or Nancy Rosenberg. For a full list of news and events and ways you can volunteer to serve, go to our website, cslgreaterbaltimore.com/events. To receive a daily text and voicemail from Reverend Dr. Ray, type JOIN to 833-663-9021 to begin receiving your daily inspiration. You'll be glad you did. Excuse me. Here at CSLGB, we live as answered prayer because prayer works. We, as a community, continue to treat and move our feet knowing the truth for everyone around the planet. Prayer requests can be sent at any time via email to info@cslgreaterbaltimore.org. Usui, Reiki Master, Sound Healer, and Holistic Nurse, Sanahara Chandra, has a lifelong relationship with sound. From her roots in Southern gospel and 90s R&B to her journeys through world music, neo soul, jazz, and songwriting, her heart and soul have shared the healing power of music. On her path of seeking, she has acquired many skills and experiences and brings to her work an embodied expression of emotion, healed trauma, and unconditional love. She is now back in school to become a certified holistic nurse, allowing her to bridge her passions of psychology, sociology, nursing, and holistic healing. She is launching her new podcast, Sincerely Amma, anchor.fm/Sincerely Amma, and her new website, SanaharaEnergetics.com, offering a variety of quantum energy healing and holistic RN care plans. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel and at youtube.com/user/AmaChandra and join her online Sacred Temple community, patreon.com, The Rising Heart. I give you Ama Chandra.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, is also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear babies crying, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, What a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day and the dark, sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, is also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? But they're really saying is I love you. I hear babies crying, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Amma. Ooh, all right. Sue returns to lead us in a spiritual practice.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Amma. That was wonderful. What a wonderful world. This year's theme is living everyday wonder, and this month is all about nature. Let us connect with this idea to live from love, bringing a caring presence to our own vulnerability, to friends, family, and all beings everywhere. As today's talk is about the furry, fuzzy, slimy, scaly, and everyone else. I can't wait to hear Reverend Ray's talk on this. So let's breathe in fully and deeply into our bellies, allowing the breath, the gift of life, to fill us completely. And as we release, we give thanks. Breathe in and exhale, preparing for this spiritual practice, honoring ourselves for being here. Breathe in and release. Today, I invite you to call to mind any furry, fuzzy, feathery, slimy, scaly creature or anyone else. Maybe it's a current pet, a family pet. It could just be dolphins, birds, or our ancestors. Breathe in and express our gratitude and appreciation for this life, for these lives. Everything that has added to life, to nature, to make that which gives and has given life to all, and that which knows itself expressed in all nature, life itself. So breathe in. We'll take a few moments to give thanks for the abundance of life expressed through Spirit's creation. We will end this meditation with an affirmative prayer or spiritual mind treatment. Just being grateful for this day, being grateful for coming into alignment with the power and the presence that is Spirit, that is God's essence, that lives and moves and has its being through us and all of life. This essence created life in its likeness and image, and it is good. It is so good. So today we open our hearts and our minds with wonder and awe at the magnificence of life expressing all around us. It is amazing. We give thanks for this life. We give thanks for our powerful life, for those that we are in relationship to. We give thanks to the life of nature and all beings. It is all sacred. It is all holy holiness. It is all goodness. And I give thanks and release this. I say amen, Ashlee, and so it is.
And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, Sue. Reverend Dr. Raymont Anderson is an ordained Centers for Spiritual Living minister serving the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Baltimore community as our spiritual director. As a lifelong learner with a passion for self-development, personal transformation, transmutation, and transfiguration, he has frequently been referred to as a Renaissance man and visionary New Thought leader who makes complex metaphysical concepts readily understandable and applicable. His mission is to live, move, and be an active member of society who serves to educate, elucidate, and emancipate people and communities to awaken and empower themselves. ACTIVE is an acronym that stands for authentic, compassionate, transparent, inspired, vibrant, and empowered. And he continues to live his bliss as a teacher, minister, author, workshop and seminar facilitator, visual artist, ASL interpreter, and ASL performing artist, mentor, father, grandfather, and more. I like saying that. I give you Reverend Dr. Ray. You're on mute.
I know. Thank you. Appreciate that. Technical difficulties. So it happens when you're multitasking, doing Facebook, YouTube, and yeah. So, as you've already heard from Sue, today we are talking about all of our fuzzy, furry, four-legged, slimy, scaly, fishy, insecty, whatever. We're talking about all of how spirit shows up throughout nature. Because see, one of the things we often do is we reference spirit as individualizing as people. But we don't often extend that, and we may know it in the back of our mind, but we don't often express that in a conscious, forward-thinking manner. So today, that's our focus. Now, a while ago, the gentleman Charlie Chaplin said, "He who feeds a hungry animal feeds his own soul." Now breathe and take that in for a second. The person who feeds a hungry animal feeds their own soul. Is that true? Would you say that that's a true statement? And if so, why is it true? What makes it true? How does my giving Jai food mean that my soul is fed? Pause and take that in. Really marinate on what is that really saying, that what I do for another, I do for myself. Ernest Holmes says, we believe in the incarnation of the spirit, in everyone, everything, and that all people, all life are individualized incarnations of this one spirit. So everything, including those, I can't think of what they're called right now. I want to call them blue bottle flies. But there's this outbreak of all of these specific kinds of animals, bugs, that the nature folks said because of the overabundance of them, they are a hazard to the environment. So if you see one, kill it. Ooh, that's ooh. Breathe. I'm going to leave that right there. Just breathe. We believe in the incarnation of spirit as everything, everyone, everything. And that it is incarnating, individualizing, and expressing itself in, through, and as everyone and everything. Everyone and everything. So once again, when we think of our animal siblings who are also divine incarnations of God, we tend to place certain ones above and certain ones below. How many people are going to see the little baby in the lower corner with the goat? Yeah, of course I let the goat touch my face. Of course, but I don't want the bees on my face. I know Tracy doesn't even want the butterfly on her finger. She said, nope. Right? But so there are layers and levels. Now, the invitation, we're not saying run out and invite the bees to cover your head and, play in your hand. It's not what we're saying. We're saying, are you able to find the divinity within all of them, all of it? Are you able to not necessarily touch it with your hand, but touch it with your heart? Meaning, are you able to use insecticides, right, that are not harmful to nature? See, there are certain things that we will spray or we will do, or weed killers or things that we use that actually harm. So, for example, say you want to stop a certain weed, which is simply a plant you don't know what it's used for or what its use is. Suppose you want to kill a weed. You want to eliminate a weed. Well, the spray, the pesticide that you are using, the weed killer, actually kills bees. Well, we need bees. Oh, it's killing the butterflies too. So how do we use whatever we're going to use? Homemade stuff. I finally convinced Tracy to start doing that. Using environmentally safe ingredients so we are not killing the bees and the butterflies, the geese who eat the grass and stuff, right? So it's being mindful. How do we honor and recognize the divine in all, as all? Anthony Douglas Williams says, when I look into the eyes of an animal, I do not see an animal. I see a living being. I see a friend. I feel a soul. I see a living being when I look into the eyes of an animal, a friend, and I feel a soul. Now, it doesn't matter what the animal is. There are some people who don't like cats, but I don't like cats, that's not my thing. Can you still recognize its divinity as a living being, as a friend made of the same God stuff? And can you feel its soul as God? Even though you don't like cats, aren't your thing. You might be allergic to them, but can you still be in an environment, a consciousness of namaste, even with the animal that you may not necessarily like, but can you still love? Can you still look into its eyes, whatever it is, and love? Even if it's an insect, can you love? Even if it's an insect that you don't want in your house, so I'm getting rid of it, I got to get it out. Can you still anchor and ground in a consciousness of, I don't simply see a bug, I don't simply see a cat, I don't simply see a whatever it is, I see a living being. I see a friend made of the same God stuff, and I feel a soul. Can you? Are you willing to? Anatole France says, until one has loved an animal, a part of one's soul remains unawakened. Why? What is it about loving or nurturing or caring for an animal? And keep in mind that humans are mammals as well. So until one has truly loved an animal, those furry, fuzzy, scaly, until you have connected on that level, one's soul remains unawakened. I'm going to let you marinate on that one. Joel Goldsmith says, the reading of the books will tell you of your I amness. But then you must turn away from the books into meditation, into your spiritual practices, and therein realize the I am. See, reading about it and embodying it, two very different things. You've heard me say before, I can read all the recipe books in Barnes and Noble. I can read about it. 2 cups of flour, teaspoon of salt, and 3 eggs. I can read all of that. I can even look at the pictures of, oh, that looks tasty. But it's not going to quench, it's not going to quell my hunger. It's not going to keep me alive. I must embody and not even tear the page out and eat the page, because it's a picture of chocolate cake. How come it don't taste like chocolate cake? It tastes like soft cardboard, because it and the thing itself are 2 different things. So reading about your I amness, reading about the I amness of all nature and creation, all animals, etc., reading about it, hearing about it right now, very different than actively engaging in your spiritual life, your spiritual practices, embodying it, and living, moving, and having a realized experience of that I am. That's the invitation. Because that invitation moves us into this space of agape, which is talked about in the Judeo-Christian Bible quite a bit. It is the highest form of love because it transcends and persists regardless of circumstances. In other words, it is unconditional love. It is unconditionally offered. It is given without restrictions or requirements. I love because I am love. I love because you are love, agape. Not, I will love you if you give me. I will love you if you do this for me. I will love you if you wash the dishes, wash the car, cut the grass. I will love you if. I love you because. I love you because you are God and God is love. That's why I love. And are we able in that spiritual practice of embodying the I am, ready, willing, and able to elevate to this highest form of love, love without conditions? Once again, can I love the cat even though I'm allergic? Can I love the dog even though I have a fear of dogs because I was bitten by one when I was 8? Can I still, am I willing to reach a place of forgiveness and compassion and love, no matter what? Once again, Anthony Douglas Williams offers us, one day we will know that all animals have a soul. One day we will, don't we know that now? No, some of us don't. Okay, cool. One day we will know that all animals have a soul, and hopefully this knowledge does not come when it's too late. Too late? What do you mean too late? Anthony, what do you mean too late? Well, if you don't realize and value them, then you will continue to kill the bees. No bees, no pollination. No pollination, no life. Say what? If you continue to kill rampantly animals for sport, one day you will wake up and the only elephants that you will know are the stuffed ones in the museum and the photos of them and maybe some skeletons of them. You will not have them in real life anymore. Hunting tigers as they go extinct for sport, not for food, not for survival, but simply so you can take a photo beside one because you're a big bad hunter with your amazing weapon of death. One day, you will wake up and it'll be too late. Breathe. Did you know that animal cruelty is literally a crime? Now, we may call it's criminal. That kind of action, it's criminal. Did you know that it literally is a crime punishable by law? Did you know that if your neighbors or someone you know is exhibiting animal cruelty, whether that's to a pet, whether that's farmers who put chickens and cows, etc., in very inhumane, say that again, inhumane conditions, whether that's in the circus where people abuse the animals in the circus, animals that are supposed to be entertaining us, but they're being beaten behind the scenes. Did you know that we have the ability, and that truthfully, it's our spiritual imperative to make a phone call, send an email, and report it? That's what it means to be spiritually accountable and responsible rather than complicit. Just take that in. Because if we are truly going to understand and respect this idea of God is all there is, if I were to see someone beat their child in their front yard, would I dial 911 and call the authorities because they're beating their child with a broom or a belt, an extension cord? Would I call the authorities? What if I see that same person doing the same thing to a dog? Well, it's a dog. It doesn't have a soul. Because I've heard people say that. Well, I mean, it's just a dog. Like, what does it matter? What do you mean, what does it matter? Never believe that animals suffer less than humans. Pain is the same for them that it is for us. Even worse, because they cannot help themselves. They cannot pick up the phone and call protective services. They cannot send an email to the ASPCA. They cannot stand up and say enough is enough. They simply receive the abuse. So what are we going to do about it? If we are going to recognize and say that God is all there is, and someone who is God is treating another individualized expression of God in that way, what do we do? What do we say? What are we willing to do and say? Breathe. Now, you may be wondering, what do these 6 men have to do with what we are talking about? 1, do you know who these 6 men are? Because if you can recognize at least 2 of them, maybe you recognize Jeffrey Dahmer, maybe you recognize Ted Bundy, I don't know. But if you can recognize, then you're like, okay, so it's like that old song in Sesame Street. Even though all of these do belong. One of these things doesn't belong here, right? But all of these belong here. Now, what do they have in common other than being serial killers? According to the FBI, most serial killers, most school shooters, and most mass murderers tortured animals as children. Most serial killers, most school shooters, and most mass murderers tortured an individualized expression of God when they were children. And then they grow into adults who continue to torture individualized expressions of God. Only difference is now those individualized expressions are human. See, we have a responsibility in our spiritual practice to shift the paradigm that creates this. So it's not just about, oh, I love butterflies, they're so cute. It's not about, I love bumblebees, they make honey. It's not about, I love my puppy and I love my kitten and, oh, Jane Goodall and the monkeys are, oh, it's so cute. Ooh, 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 oh, that's so cute. It's not about going to the circus or going to the zoo and marveling at the dolphins. And it's not about that. Yes, do that. If you enjoy it and it's humane, then do it. But if there is an animal suffering at the hands of some human who doesn't understand, then it's our spiritual imperative to intervene. Our declaration of principle number 5, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. Doesn't say by all people, it says by all. That means those dogs being forced to fight to the death, every discord emancipated. Cats who were thrown off bridges, emancipated, set free, permitted to live their divine life. Because if we have divine magnificence as the truth of our being, because we're God, then so do they. Are we willing to do what we are called to do? Ernest Holmes says, you live because life lives as you. You move because a universal energy flows through and all about you. You think because an infinite intelligence, the one mind, thinks through you, thinks in you, thinks as you. That is why you live. There is only one life, and that life is God, and that life is your life right now. Are you willing to bring that awareness to others that they may also know that this one life, God, is their life as well? So I sort of mentioned this before. And no, I'm not saying, oh, Reverend Ray said we should all, I'm not saying we should all stop eating meat. I'm saying, are you mindfully aware of how the animal that you are eating, if you are a carnivore, if you do eat meat, are you mindfully aware of how that animal was treated before it became food for your plate? Because check this out. If I'm angry and I make a bowl of soup and give it to Tracy, chances are that the vibration that I have put into the soup from my mood is now, remember last week we talked about Dr. Emoto and how our consciousness affects, how our thoughts affect water. So our thoughts and our consciousness must affect blood, must affect broth, must affect milk, because there's water in all of that. So if an animal is being treated inhumanely by the farmers, by whomever, their consciousness is affecting the aura of the animal. And that aura, which is now hurt and traumatized, is now on your plate and on your fork and in your mouth and in your body temple. So I invite us to, there are 2 links, and you got to get this from Tracy. Click on the beef link, the steak. Click on, it says chicken. It should say, because I changed it, it should say steak. And the other one, click on the chicken, 2 links, and they will take you to resources where you can read more about how do I ensure that meat products, if I'm going to eat meat, that I am doing so in a manner that is humane and is not adding to the climate crisis. Because it is said that scientific studies say that our overconsumption of meat products, it's adding to the carbon and climate crisis. Just take that in. So let us be responsible and let us be aware so that we may advocate and speak up as necessary. So this tree on the left, do you know where that is? Well, first of all, do you know what it is? I mean, you can look at it and tell it's a tree, but it's not just a tree. And do you know where it is? Where in the world is this tree? Well, let's see it close up. Now that you see it close up, do you know where it is? Do you know what it is? Can you tell what it is now? It's a whole slew of animals that make up the tree itself, the branches and the trunk, and makes up the tree. And this is called the Tree of Life. It's found in Disney, the land of magic. The point is, the tree of life, the web of life, we are all intimately connected. And if someone takes an axe to any part of this tree, the whole tree feels it. This is why Charlie Chaplin said, when you feed an animal, you feed your own soul. Well, thereby saying, if you also starve an animal, then you starve your own soul. If you beat an animal, you beat your own soul. If you turn away from and refuse to acknowledge and ignore and spiritual bypass, then you are turning away from your own soul as well. Because you cannot be both. You cannot be conscious and aware and claim to truly be practicing this teaching but I only focus on the good. I only focus on, okay, so those people who are suffering, what are you doing about them? How is your turning away from their conditions and effects making the world a place that works for all? You recognizing that your neighbors are beating or fighting with their animals. They're making dog fights like Michael Vick did, and they're mistreating, or they have 600 cats in the house, which clearly it's not humane conditions, but you're not making a phone call. Breathe. So why is it significant? Because there is only that which God is, and it is everything, and it is everywhere, and anything that happens in one spot happens everywhere. From the Bible, as interpreted through the lens of colonization, we have been taught, we have been conditioned to think and act as if we, says in Genesis, as if we have dominion over the fish of the sea, birds of the sky, and over livestock all over the earth, that we have dominion over them. That God says to Adam and Eve, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish, the birds, and every other living creature, rule over them. This consciousness says nothing about respecting nature, honoring nature, and the living creatures on the land, in the sea, or in the air. And yet, this is precisely what we are being called to do right now, to recognize, to honor, to support, to nurture, to help. This is what it means to live in an interdependent, interconnected, and meta-dependent and meta-connected way. Knowing God as all and honoring all as such. This week's practice: to journal, to converse about, to meditate about. Number 1, what creatures, what animals, insects, whatever, have you placed on a higher value than others? What factors made that determination? For example, in India, cows are considered sacred for many Hindus. They were the favorite animal of Lord Krishna, and they serve as a symbol of wealth and strength and abundance. Here, they offer milk and their burgers. Here, the butterfly is beautiful. The cockroach, not so much. What creatures have you placed on a higher value than others, and what made that determination? Like, what created that in your paradigm that this one is higher in value, this one's more valuable, more beautiful, more something than that one? This one, keep it alive. This one, kill it. What determined that? Number 2, research and educate yourself about how you can be more supportive of all creatures, of all creation. What birds and insects live in your area, and what do they need to survive and to thrive? Why are pollinating insects important to our environment? Just saying. The more you know. And then lastly, have a conversation with 4 people about the spiritual imperative for us as religious scientists as it relates to how we treat all, not some, how we treat all life. Breathe. This week's declaration, our affirmation, I will say it first, and if you feel in alignment with it, say it with me on the second go round. I embrace all of life, including the fuzzy, furry, fishy, large and tiny. I embrace it all. Together, I embrace all of life, including the fuzzy, furry, fishy, large and tiny. I embrace all. Breathe. Breathe as we move into this consciousness of what it means to embrace, because we are about to be treated. Oh, yes. Straight from Red Rock, Arizona, we have Chandra, bringing that chakra power, bringing that light worker, bringing that force for goodness and holiness and joy. Like, there are a few people in the world, there's a handful of people in the world that just me either hearing their voice or seeing them automatically puts a smile on my face, right? Like, every time Amma shows up on my feed on social media, I don't even have to click the link or whatnot. Soon as I see Amma at Red Rock, at Sedona, soon as I see the image, it's like, oh man, yes, I feel it. Because she's that kind of person that just embodies this idea of agape, this idea of what it means to be here, to be in service, so that no person, no child, no one ever needs suffer trauma or low self-esteem or anything again. Like, how powerful is that, to move and live and have your beingness as that grand a demonstration of the divine feminine that says, I am, and so are you. Put your hands together for our beloved sister, Chandra. Yes, love you.
I am very filled. Thank you, Rev. Thank you, Rev. This afternoon song, or this song, is a song that has nurtured me a lot by a luminary known as India Irie. And so I will be performing this song for you all as we take in this energy of what it means to be one with each other. It's called An Hour of Love. If you want to know real feeling, take the time for healing. A moment in the morning for prayer. Begin anew with sunrise. Wipe the dust from your eyes. Be rid of your disguises again. A little for your father, a little for your mother, a little for your sister, a little for your brother, a little love for your soul will make you whole. If you're looking for protection, learn to read directions written in the depths of your soul. Remember in the noonday, sit in peace, meditate. Stillness takes you further than you know. A little for your father, a little for your mother, a little for your sister, a little for your brother, a little love for your soul will make you whole. Da 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 da. If you want to walk in power, dedicate an hour for the shower of love. Do it in the evening, you will be receiving the peace that you've been leaving behind. A little for your father, a little for your mother, a little for your sister, a little for your brother, a little love for your soul will make you whole. Be rid of your disguises again. Be rid of your disguises again. Be rid of your disguises again. Oh, be rid of your disguises again. Thank you.
Put your hands together one more time and offer that sweet energy of gratitude to Amma. Thank you, Amma. Appreciate you. Ooh, yeah, like it's look. Halloween, fine, wear a mask, put a disguise on. That's fine. But when Halloween done, when Halloween over, you ain't got no business having on no disguise. Be your true and authentic self. 367 days, 26 hours in a day. Like, be overboard with, be your true self. Like, walk the walk for real. So this time of service, we practice the law of circulation, because what we are manifesting and creating, both as a business 501c3 as well as a spiritual community, is dependent upon having the funds to do all of the great, grand, and glorious things we as a community have said we desire to do. So this is your opportunity to support CSL's vision. Now, if you don't know, the practitioner core, practitioners of distinction, on top of their regular monthly tithes, have pledged $50,000 by the end of the year. And as of the 2nd of August, that number is 17,760. Did you know that the community also has a matching pledge of 50,000 on top of their regular scheduled monthly tithes? As of the 2nd of August, their number is 4,350. Do you know how to give, how to offer, how to tithe, donate? In case you don't, you have 4 ways: PayPal, Givelify, text messaging, and the good old postal mail service. If you ever have questions about where do I send the check or money order? Well, how do I divide a portion to the new building fund or to community service? How do I do that? Reach out to our amazing, spectacular treasurer, Sue Monahan, or reach out to me or one of the board of trustees, and we will make sure we answer your questions. Feel free to also visit the website, cslgreaterbaltimore.com/give. Here at CSL Greater Baltimore, when we declare this, now it says Declaration of Financial Wealth and Abundance, but we recognize that because God is all there is, then hey, if I'm going to have financial wealth and abundance, then that wealth, that abundance, that prosperity, and that opulence of God shows up for me, through me, and as me financially, physically, in terms of my health and well-being, emotionally, in terms of my capacity to love and feel joy and gratitude. It shows up in my relationships, that they are mutual in terms of the love, the support, the care. It shows up in all areas of our lives. So if you are in alignment with that kind of wealth and abundance, then let us declare together. I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow of myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifesting, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. Breathe. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being your awesome self. Thank you for taking the disguise off. Thank you for recognizing the skies of blue, the clouds of white, that this is a wonderful world. Like, thank you for all of the joy and wonderment. Thank you for all of your comments on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you for all of the things and all of the ways that you are showing up in the world to manifest, to heal, to bring truth, and to be in community. Thank you. You are awesome. Did you know that today after service, Sue will be available in the Zoom room for prayer, and that you don't need things to be going wrong or for there to be something bad in your life to get prayer? Things can be going great. You could be feeling on cloud 9 and you want Sue to pray so that you can feel whatever it feels like on cloud 99. Sue will be available. So go over to the Zoom room, type the word prayer in the chat box, and Tracy will put you and Sue in a breakout room. In other words, holy ground. Today, after fellowship in the Zoom room, Zoom fellowship hall, there will also be a board meeting, and we are open and transparent to the world. So if you are curious to know what this community has going on, if you want to be curious about ways that you can serve on the board or serve with a committee or anything about that, how is the community functioning, then feel free to stay over in the Zoom fellowship hall. And after fellowship and after Sue has completed praying, the board meeting will begin. So feel free. You can type the word both in there if you want prayer and you want to be in the board meeting, but we'll get the message either way it goes. So breathing as we recognize this moment, this infinite eternal now is the divine expression of God. And that this divine expression is showing up in, through, and as everything, every grain of sand is God. Every blade of grass is God. Every worm, every bee, every spider, every duck, every elephant, every animal, no matter if it has fur, scales, fuzz, I don't know what else there is, but whatever it is, it has to be God as well. So we celebrate and honor all of the ways that God shows up. We remove the disguise of ugly animal, ugly bug. Now take that disguise off and see it for what it truly is, spirit incarnating. And recognize that in seeing that, we understand that it truly is a wonderful world, and we are committed to keeping it a wonderful world for the generations to come. Breathe. And recognizing that the law says yes to this, and everything that was sung, everything that was prayed, everything that was meditated, all of it, the law says yes, which means it's already answered prayer. So together we say, and so it is. Namaste, blessings, much love to you all. See you in Zoom.